If you're looking to travel to Ireland or Great Britain or Australia or another country that drives on the left side of the road from the right side of the car, you may be a bit like me, a bit terrified to try it. Now, having done it for almost 10 days in Ireland, I wanted to just pass along a few tips. I benefited tremendously from watching a few YouTube videos before coming over, and wanted to just give a compilation of the best of those, along with adding a couple of my own. The first tip is when you're driving, first of all, it's not so bad. You get used to it within about 15 minutes. After 2 hours, you're driving like a pro. I say that after being very nervous about even giving it a try. If you enjoy driving, you'll enjoy this. If you're a nervous driver, well, you might want to consider a bus tour. But if you're not, then great. First tip is when you're driving in Ireland, you want to think of the phrase hard left, wide right. That is, you're going to turn, if you turn left, it's a hard left because you're driving in the left lane. And then a wide right. That was a great piece of advice I received from a YouTube video that I benefited from. Another piece of advice, right bites. That is, you're used to the immediate danger if you're crossing an intersection coming from the left, but the immediate danger is coming from the right. So always remember the right bites. You want to make sure you don't just start pulling out without looking to the right. Third tip is when renting a car, smaller is better. I mean, you can get tiny and get too small, but you want to have enough room for your bags. But basically, you don't want a big SUV over in Ireland. These roads are very small. A lot of them are they're like a car and a half wide, literally. And so sometimes you're actually pulling off to the side to let a car around you. You want a small car, and you also want it because the gas prices are a lot higher than the U.S. So you're between $6 and $7 a gallon, really. And then another piece of advice is insurance. You want to get auto insurance. We came over, we got bought insurance before we came over. We got there's a kind you can get where literally you have no liability for anything that goes wrong with the car. That will definitely put your mind at ease because there's a lot that could go wrong. I mean, just minor fender benders. A lot of people, we're on a big road here. This is not at all typical. This is like the second time in 10 days we've been on a road that's like a freeway like the U.S. They're almost all very small roads, very narrow, and you're allowed to go, 100 kilometers an hour on them. So you can be whipping around, but oftentimes just kind of slowing down.
Mention the mirror.
Making the curves, and because these roads were all made during, horse-drawn cart days following lines of property lines that were small, so they weave around quite a lot. So like you may come up with a truck coming at you, and you come right over to the edge, and the edges there's almost no shoulder. In fact, oftentimes there's no shoulder. There's just brush that's cut right up against the road. We actually lost a rear view mirror, or at least cracked it badly, and but because of our insurance, we won't have to pay for that. A lot of tourists also, they'll lose hubcaps, things like this. So you might as well be well insured while you're here. Just take the strain off of if anything goes wrong. Another piece of advice for sure is you want to have some sort of GPS device available. Your cell phone will work pretty good, or have a portable GPS, whatever. But maps in Ireland, great, but they're not going to cut it. There are a lot of places, no matter how good your map is, even that it's not going to be on the map, or where the signage, you can follow signs, and then they suddenly run out and there's no sign. You want your GPS to confirm that you're actually on the right road. In a lot of places, you won't need to use it all the time, but they make all the difference in the world. We actually did two things. I bought extra bandwidth or cellular data on my AT&T for my iPhone, just a bit of extra to get some cushion because your GPS will use it. But also, we found once we got over here that you can rent something like this. This actually plugs into an adapter in the car lighter. It's a Wi-Fi. It's a portable Wi-Fi unit. So it costs us about €5 a day, and we got Wi-Fi in our car. We can also have an adapter taken into your hotel. This is brilliant.
Rented through the car.
So yeah, we rented it through our car agency. It doesn't always work perfectly, so that's why we benefited from also having an AT&T plan. But this is really, really great to have. Mostly just know that it's okay to drive on the left side. You'll be feeling very, very natural. It'll just feel like riding a bike very, very soon. Have a great deal of fun, and don't be afraid of getting out there into the countryside. See ya.